Modern separatist movements represent one of the gravest threats to Russia's national security and territorial integrity. This is especially true in the North Caucasus, where separatist elements often operate under the cover of ethnic or religious causes. Although the Russian federal government has tried to suppress separatism through political means, it resorted to military force in Dagestan and Chechnya in 1999 to crush the Chechen-led armed uprising. By the end of that year, federal troops had regained control of most of Chechnya, which had been lost during the 1994-96 war. However, they failed to secure a decisive military victory or achieve a political settlement. At the same time, Siberian regional separatism has been gaining momentum. This movement centers on the idea of Siberian Russians as a distinct nation suppressed by Moscow's centralized rule and the dominance of the European part of Russia. For instance, in Yakutia, Russia's largest region, spanning more than 3 million square kilometers, separatist sentiment has evolved from a quest for identity into a struggle for survival and, increasingly, open defiance, according to RFU News. In September 2025, local deputy Alexander Ivanov crossed a red line by publicly advocating for Yakutia's independence during an interview in Turkey. He urged the Yakut people not to fear those who have occupied their land, directly challenging Moscow's authority. Ivanov's ties with pan-Turkic circles in Istanbul and his support for protests in the Altai Republic have turned him into a symbol of the Siberian awakening. Meanwhile, Yakut volunteers have joined Ukraine's Siberian Battalion, fighting Russian troops in hopes of a free Yakutia and inspiring resistance at home. RFU News also notes that the English Liberation Army, founded in 2023, continues to carry out monthly attacks in the North Caucasus. In June 2025, its militants used drones to strike a Russian border post in North Ossetia, killing 2 FSB officers. In August, coordinated arson attacks targeted military depots in Dagestan. The group recently released footage showing armed, organized patrols, a sign of their growing capability. Another separatist group, the Caucasus Liberation Movement, unites Chechens, Dagestanis, and English fighters under one banner in what they describe as an anti-colonial struggle. Supported by Ukraine's main intelligence directorate, the movement recently assassinated a Russian lieutenant colonel from a local counter-sabotage unit in a precision blast that also killed his driver in aid. Their message is clear: Moscow's grip on the Caucasus is weakening, and Kremlin agents are no longer untouchable. Analysts attribute much of this growing unrest to what they call Budanov's blueprint, the strategy of General Kyrylo Budanov, head of Ukraine's military intelligence, who is systematically fostering resistance within Russia's ethnic regions.